Punjab, from prehistory to the Hindu Shahis. Imagine Punjab nearly 10,000 years ago. The glaciers had retreated from the northern mountains, rivers flowed across vast plains, and the climate had become warmer and more stable. For thousands of years, people had survived by hunting wild animals and gathering fruits, seeds, and roots. But now, a revolutionary transformation was about to change human history forever. It was not a new weapon. It was not a new kingdom. It was the discovery that humans could grow their own food. This single innovation marked the beginning of agriculture, permanent villages, animal domestication, and eventually, the rise of civilization itself. Long before Egypt built its pyramids and before Mesopotamia developed the world's first cities, the northwestern regions of the Indian subcontinent, including areas closely connected with ancient Punjab, were already witnessing one of humanity's earliest agricultural revolutions. This story begins at Mehrgarh and the Neolithic Revolution. Around 7000 BCE, a small farming settlement emerged near the Bolan Pass in present-day Balochistan, not far from the western frontier of ancient Punjab. Today, archaeologists recognize Mehrgarh as one of the oldest farming communities in South Asia and one of the earliest agricultural settlements anywhere in the world. Its importance cannot be overstated. For centuries, scholars believed that agriculture spread eastward from Mesopotamia. However, discoveries at Mehrgarh demonstrated that the people of South Asia independently developed sophisticated farming practices at a remarkably early date. Excavations led by French archaeologists under Jean-François Jarige during the 1970s transformed our understanding of early Indian history. Beneath layers of earth lay evidence of a thriving Neolithic community that existed nearly 9,000 years ago. Unlike the mobile hunter-gatherers of the Sawanian period, the inhabitants of Mehrgarh chose to settle permanently. Instead of following migrating animals, they built mud brick houses. Instead of relying entirely on wild plants, they cultivated fields. Instead of hunting every meal, they raised domesticated animals. Human society had entered a completely new stage. The earliest inhabitants of Mehrgarh cultivated crops such as barley and wheat. These cereals became the foundation of their economy. To protect their harvests, they constructed large storage facilities where grain could be preserved for months. Such planning reveals something remarkable. These people were thinking not merely about today's survival, but about the future. Agriculture also encouraged cooperation. Preparing fields, harvesting crops, constructing irrigation channels, and storing grain required communities to work together. This laid the foundations for increasingly complex societies. Domesticated animals also became essential. Archaeological evidence shows that cattle, sheep, and goats were among the first animals raised by the people of Mehrgarh. Cattle, in particular, would become enormously important in the culture and economy of ancient Punjab for thousands of years. The first village's permanent settlement changed every aspect of human life. Families no longer needed to carry their possessions from place to place. Instead, they built rectangular mud brick homes arranged into organized communities. Some houses contained multiple rooms, suggesting extended families living together. Archaeologists have even identified storage rooms specifically designed for preserving food supplies. These discoveries reveal careful planning and social organization. Craftsmanship also flourished. People learned to polish stone tools, weave baskets, spin fibers into thread, and eventually produce pottery. Initially, pottery was handmade. Later generations developed pottery wheels, allowing vessels to become more symmetrical and durable. Pottery revolutionized daily life. Food could now be cooked more efficiently. Water could be stored. Grain remained protected from insects and moisture. Simple innovations like these gradually transformed entire societies. Among the most astonishing discoveries at Mehrgarh is evidence of early dentistry. Several human skeletons contained teeth that had been carefully drilled using tiny stone tools. Microscopic examination revealed that these procedures were performed while the individuals were alive. Some of these drilled teeth even show signs of wear afterward, indicating that the patients survived. These treatments date back nearly 9,000 years, making them among the oldest known examples of dental treatment anywhere in the world. Such findings demonstrate that prehistoric communities possessed remarkable practical knowledge long before the emergence of written science. Mehrgarh was not an isolated village. Archaeologists have uncovered beads made from lapis lazuli, turquoise, marine shells, and other exotic materials. Many of these resources originated hundreds of kilometers away. Marine shells came from the Arabian Sea. Lapis lazuli likely arrived from the mountains of present-day Afghanistan. These discoveries suggest that long-distance trade networks already existed thousands of years before the rise of cities. Ideas, technologies, and valuable materials were moving across enormous distances. These early trade routes would later connect the civilizations of Punjab with Central Asia, Iran, and beyond. By about 5500–5000 BCE, farming settlements across northwestern South Asia became larger and increasingly sophisticated. Population grew steadily. Agricultural production increased. Craft specialization expanded. Communities became interconnected through trade. These gradual developments eventually gave rise to one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. Around 3300 BCE, the foundations of what historians call the Indus Valley Civilization, or Harappan civilization, had begun to emerge. When people think of the world's earliest civilizations, they often imagine Egypt's pyramids or the cities of Mesopotamia. Yet at the same time, another civilization flourished across an enormous region stretching from present-day Pakistan to western India. This was the Indus Valley Civilization. Covering nearly 1 million square kilometers, it was larger than either Egypt or Mesopotamia during its peak. More than 2,000 archaeological sites have been identified. Many of the most important lay within the ancient region of Punjab. This civilization reached its mature phase between 2600 and 1900 BCE. Unlike many contemporary civilizations dominated by monumental palaces and royal tombs, the Harappans built cities remarkable for their planning, sanitation, and civic organization. Harappa, the city that named a civilization. The city of Harappa, located in present-day Pakistani Punjab, gave its name to the entire civilization. When railway construction during the 19th century uncovered ancient bricks at the site, workers unknowingly dismantled parts of a city that had remained buried for nearly 4,000 years. Later excavations revealed one of archaeology's greatest discoveries. Harappa possessed broad streets laid out in a precise grid pattern. Residential neighborhoods were carefully organized. Public buildings occupied elevated areas. Massive granaries stored surplus grain. Standardized baked bricks were used throughout the city, reflecting remarkable consistency in construction. This was no accidental settlement. It had been carefully planned by skilled administrators and engineers. One feature astonishes archaeologists even today. The Harappans developed one of the world's earliest urban sanitation systems. Nearly every house possessed access to water. Many homes contained private bathing areas. Wastewater flowed into covered brick drains running beneath the streets. Inspection chambers allowed maintenance and cleaning. Even many medieval cities lacked sanitation systems this advanced. Such achievements reveal a society deeply concerned with cleanliness, public health, and urban planning. The consistency found across numerous Harappan cities suggests the existence of shared standards, common measurements, and highly organized administration. Despite the impressive cities, most people were ordinary farmers, artisans, merchants, and craftsmen. They cultivated wheat, barley, peas, sesame, and dates. Evidence also suggests that cotton was grown and woven into textiles, making the Harappans among the earliest cotton producers in human history. Artisans produced beautiful pottery decorated with geometric patterns and animal motifs. Jewelry crafted from gold, silver, copper, semi-precious stones, and faience reflected exceptional artistic skill. Children played with terracotta toys, miniature carts, whistles, and animal figurines. Life was not solely about survival. It also included creativity, craftsmanship, family, and community. As the cities of Harappa prospered, their merchants sailed across distant seas, their craftsmen perfected remarkable technologies, and their influence spread across northwestern India. Yet despite centuries of prosperity, this magnificent civilization would eventually decline, leaving behind one of history's greatest archaeological mysteries. In the next part of our documentary, we will uncover the reasons behind the decline of the Indus Valley Civilization, explore the arrival of the Vedic people in Punjab, and witness the emergence of the Mahajanapadas, the powerful kingdoms that laid the foundations for the political history of northern India.